And we are back playing Slay the Princess. I really liked this game before. Here, let me put it in full screen. There we go. Let's see. Alright, let's just continue on with our game. Get out of here, AMD's Adrenaline software. Adrenaline, I don't need you. I'm not gonna destroy anything. I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Okay. Have fun.
We will meet again.
Yes, we will. Everything goes dark, and you die. Lovely. Bring the razor full to her. Yes, the hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yeah.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Hold on, let me get something real quick. No monster. No. Come back. Got it. I should start live streaming. I gotta figure out how to do that though. I'm kind of stupid and I don't know how. I do it both on Twitch. But I feel like a lot of what I do is just basically that. These are just kind of odds at this point. I play a game for like an hour or two. Talk. But I don't know how I'm gonna get to like chat. I don't know. I only got like one monitor and I don't have the money to buy another. I also don't want to. I don't need to. I need one. Just need to be able to see. Alright, Marty. Alright. Sorry about that. Back. Yeah, if I slay her, it'll be the end of the world. Okay, let's get back invested in this. I want to know more. I want to complete her because she wants to be complete. But no, I don't mind not being complete. I think I mentioned that already. All right, sweet. I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la revolution!
That's the spirit.
Let's go! Anarchy! That's what I wanted to
You make your
say
way up
this now.
the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Okay.
A warning before you go any further. She
Yeah.
will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Yeah, but she's pretty cool. You'll like her. I got to know her like twice, I think. I'm considering it once. I don't know.
Ignore him.
Confusing a
He
little
doesn't know
bit.
what he's talking about.
Proceed into said cabin. Check it out.
The interior
No
of the cabin
mirror.
is
I need to
almost
find that
entirely
mirror.
bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. May as well take
You
it.
take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Alright. Let's go into the basement. I wonder what's
The
different this
basement
time.
creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her
Mayhaps.
voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh, it's
She
you
sounds
again.
Dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Most
Don't let it
likely.
fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Okay.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise.
She knew I was here
Hero.
anyway. Hey, these are creaky stairs. You knew I was here anyway. No point trying to... What
You
up?
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Well, I stabbed you last time.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Okay, let's calm down, hero. Alright.
Focus on the task at hand.
So,
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
yeah. I think so anyway. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Okay. Yeah, I don't
How
mind.
reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
See, but I don't want to listen to the hero. That's the problem. I don't like you. I kind of get where you're coming from, hero. Like, I wanted to do that, but then you said it, and now I don't want to.
Don't you dare.
Shh. Narrator, calm down.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I disagree. It's pretty fun. You should try it sometime. Alright, yeah, sure, whatever.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hand.
Trembling?
and
I am
falls to the
completely
floor
calm in
with
this situation.
unceremonious clang.
Now, what up?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now let's talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
I want to show my goodwill, you know? Got it? No. If I'm coming at her unarmed, maybe she won't come at me armed, because she has a weapon somehow within her
We'll
body.
be fine.
Probably. Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows?
Don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's
Talking
no
to myself a
reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
No, I'm gonna forget.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Oh, are we dating now? Oh, you look kind of sad. Are you coming on to me? I don't mind, but... So let's see. So, let's get this out of the way. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
I don't think I ever got her name before.
You can address me as your Royal Highness.
Oh yeah, I think I
Your
remember that
Majesty.
from like
Any honorific should do, really.
the kaleidoscope kind of thing ending. So yeah, I get that. Okay.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Shut up, ominous voice in my head that I have no idea who you are, Edia. Like, alright, your Royal Highness. Let's see. It's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I said I think I am. A voice in my head. You think I just come here to kill someone without knowing why? That'd be ridiculous. I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe. You're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Why not? It's the truth. If she's gonna do it, she probably knows about it.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
You think?
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Fair.
Just how long has she been down here?
How long? Let me
If
ask.
I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Nope. No, but I'm sure. I'm not going to trust you, then I'm going to trust them. I was kind of hoping you'd tell me.
Ending the world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Oh, I know where to start. Conflict. People are very conflict prone, surprisingly. Okay. So all you really gotta do is like stir conflict enough, and they'll end it themselves. You don't gotta do much. People kind of thrive on it. It's weird, but it's kind of cute in a way. Getting weird. All right, let's get out of that topic.
I believe her.
Of course you do, hero.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
That is true. People just
At the end
stumble
of the
upon
day,
tombstone.
whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
Accurate.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Yeah, I did that last time. You're right, you're right.
She has a point.
You
There's
are...
a reason I've been telling you to
Marcus, though.
question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
I didn't listen to you. I just didn't feel like listening to the narrator. I listened to him last time, and it was a pretty good experience. Alright, I got to know her more on a... I wouldn't say like intimate level, but I feel like I understood her, you know? Like when you're battling someone for eons, and however long we fought her, we died over and over and over again. It just felt right, you know? It felt freeing, and I couldn't understand that. Because she never tried to leave either. Remember that. She had broken her chain. And we just came to kill her, right? She could have just knocked us away and walked out. She could have done that at any moment. But she stayed. She didn't leave. She chose to stay and fight us. I think it says more that she wanted company rather than to end the world or what. Like, she just stayed. Without the chain, without us killing her, she stayed regardless. As long as we were there. So, I guess it's like, you know, I think it made me understand her a bit more. So, yeah, I kind of want to talk to her now.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
No, I don't care about any of that, to be honest.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
That is fair. I don't know you. And also don't know the narrator. The narrator just tells me to trust him, trust him, trust him, trust him, trust him. But why? Should I do that? Why you know.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Voice in my head. Who are you? Tell me something. Give me a reason to trust you, narrator, please.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
Yeah.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
I mean, I've seen that you are capable, but this guy doesn't know that right now. He's forgotten everything. So do I trust the princess, or do I trust the voice in my head? These are two very tempting options. So do I trust the monarch, something that I'm kind of against, like, on principle? But this is a game, so I can afford to be a bit more flexible. If it were me, look, I may hate the government and I hate the monarchy, but a princess isn't a queen, meaning that she doesn't have any power yet to rule a country. So yeah, no matter, I would save her regardless, to be honest. I don't like seeing people chained up, hurt, or whatever. It just, I really dislike it. It makes me feel ill. Even if you are a governmental authority. But, you know, seeing as you are a princess rather than a queen, I suppose I don't mind. Yeah, whatever, sure.
She's wrong.
I'll trust you.
This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything. All for the sake of one person.
She's
and a subjugating monarch, no less.
a future monarch. She is a princess, not a queen. This is a very distinct difference, alright? I am an anarchist, but I know about governments. You have to know about what you hate to hate it properly. Okay? She's not a monarch yet, because she doesn't rule anything. She is a child of a monarch. She is a princess. She is a future monarch. She will be a monarch. She is a cog in a monarchy. But she is not a monarch yet, okay? Don't use my anarchy against me, narrator. You don't know me well enough. Let's see. How long have you been down here? I want to know that. Yeah, guess he didn't. I didn't see any like tally, so I guess you wouldn't know either. How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
Voice in my head. If you want me to listen to you, tell me things.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't,
I could always cut your hand off.
well, we can always put that knife to good use.
You have to trust me for that too.
Sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
Yeah.
You know why you're here.
Listen, I'm an anarchist and I'm all for freedom. I don't like you, narrator, because you don't tell me anything. You expect me... No. I'm gonna keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. I'm pretty indecisive.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Yeah.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way.
We'll just stay here for a bit. Let me just figure something out real quick.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
I'll help. I just want to get to know you.
And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Aw, there's my sweetie.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Alright, let's get you out of here.
Oh, for the love of...
Yeah, I kind of did it to just spite the narrator. I would have just left her down here, but she would have found out.
I'm glad you've come to your senses.
I haven't freed you yet. I've attacked you like multiple times. I want to see what happens when I like actually free you. So
You're making a huge mistake.
I wanted to talk to her a bit more, but you know,
No, you're doing the right thing.
I don't care about doing the right or wrong thing. I just want to do what I want to do. All right? Don't tell me what to do.
Walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Yeah, I should take the knife with me just in case.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
The voice in my head's... Can you imagine if I said, hey, like, the voice in my head told me that whoever locked you down here never intended for you to see the light of day. They wouldn't have left the key to your chains anywhere in the cabin. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
I don't want to hurt you. You seem fun. Like, don't get me wrong, you were a bit pompous when you introduced when I asked your name, but your royalty just kind of comes with the territory. And you know, I hate the monarchy just as much as any anarchist. But I don't hate people. I hate what you stand for, but I don't hate you, if you know what I mean. Right now, you're not a princess. You're not a monarch. You never were. But you're just a captive right now. You're not a princess. You're not ruling anything. You will be and you can be. But right now, you're not any of those things. You're simply a person, and I don't hate you as a person right now. And I'm going off the now. For now. That's all I can do.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
Something I agree with you on, Hero. You're a bit naive, but you got spirit, and I kind of like that. Alright, you're growing on me now.
You attempt to make your way out of the...
I should have taken
door
the
at
knife,
top of
to
the
be
stairs
honest.
slams shut. You hear the click of a lock.
Oh, they locked me in here too?
Is
Jerks.
someone else here? You
Let me try it real quick.
But it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Did you lock me in here? Hey, let me out of here.
And pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the
Oh,
princess.
so you locked me in
won't
here.
leave until the task is done.
Yeah, I like you less now. So I'm gonna find any way I can to just thoroughly disrupt you. I'm gonna do everything that the narrator doesn't want me to do before I finally do. Because last time, I grabbed the knife and then she stabbed me, which is what the narrator didn't want me to do. I should have just left. So that's gonna be my very last decision, where I just follow the narrator completely. This time I'm not doing that though. Alright, guess I gotta go back down.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her.
Hey, where's the
you
knife?
Were supposed to.
Yo,
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
you say that. Actually, with what the princess said, I do think that the world did end, like, before, because we have to restart. But I guess it's like in more of a multiversal sense, from what the first ending that I got told me. Okay. So,
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
We're prison buddies.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Against your better
Sorry.
judgment, you place the blade
Hey, look at my
on the
hands.
princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Sorry.
To cut into her flesh.
Sorry.
The blade is
There
sharp.
you go.
Make quick work of it. Before
No.
long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Wow.
She didn't so much as utter a sound.
You know what? Respect this. You know, if there was any authority that I respect, if they could just like do this, like, you know, if a governmental figure ever did something like this, may hate what you stand for, but I gotta respect it. You know, gotta respect that.
Free from her
cool.
bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Do you want to like wrap that off so it doesn't? I mean, I guess you are made of blades somehow.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Well, she's not human, that's for sure. We never asked that, but you don't know that. I do. I am all-encompassing. I know all. I'm just having fun at this point. I really like this story. I'm kind of getting really invested in it now, though. I didn't expect it. I expected to get invested in like individual storylines, which, you know, and then after I restarted, to get invested in the next one. But I'm invested in like the overarching story, and oh, this is such a good game. Oh man, I kind of want to talk to the devs and just ooh.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
How? All right, let's go. Where's the door?
No,
It's locked.
we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world.
Why not?
No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Is it because the game's called Slay the Princess? Is that why you, specifically, the narrator, want to slay her? Because you believe that is, like, how you save the world? Is that it? Maybe. Putting some theories together in my own little mind.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair,
What?
her body steps forward and raises the blade.
Don't tell me!
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just
He's
do
taking
that.
control of my body. Run!
Watch me.
Help me! No! There has to be a way. Oh, wait. Warn her!
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Help me!
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
Yes.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
I want to help her. I'm gonna keep resisting.
The blade. Move the blade.
I'm being taken control of. Take the blade and kill me, princess. Please, I beg of you. I don't like things taking control of my body. What I can do. Taking away my autonomy? How dare you, narrator? Oh, I hate you even more than I did before. Oh, dare you? Oh, that is messed up. How dare you, narrator?
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
I am. Please just leave. I'll stay here, man.
I'll make this quick.
Thank you.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Maybe. I hope you find some semblance of happiness wherever you may go.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
Could have cut my head off, but I get it. I'm just gonna keep doing this in different saves so I can know kind of where I'm at, you know? Yeah, this is your fault, narrator. We could have both escaped, but you took control of my body.
This is the end, isn't it?
I guess so, hero. But isn't that what heroes do? You know, sacrifice themselves for the greater good. I mean, do I know if this is the greater good or not? No. But I do know it's what I want to do, and that's all that matters. I don't care about anything else. Right, wrong, justice, nothing. Justice, evil, none of that matters. I'm just gonna do what I want until the end, and that's what I did. I didn't want to slay her. I wanted to talk to her. You tried to force me. I wanted to free her, and then you tried to force me again.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
I believe it was. The prisoner. Ooh. Chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
Right, tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first
Oh, no,
time.
I'm pissed now, narrator.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth.
Dang it, the
There's
voices
got
are
to be a way
back.
out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
If I leave, she stays down there forever, and I don't want that. I want to free her.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yeah.
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Yeah, because you're a voice in her head. I don't know how, though.
And as far as
or
trying
what
to
you
help
are.
her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Yeah, but I don't like you. Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything if you could just take control of my body?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
I will.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Yeah. If you wonder why I'm so upset, like it may not sound like it, but I am really upset with what the narrator did. I do not like. One of the few things that I kind of have is autonomy. I don't like it when that is taken from me. So the fact that the narrator took control of my body and stripped me of my choice, oh, you burned yourself there, narrator. The last thing I'll do, I'm making sure of this, is go along with whatever you want. I will never just do exactly what you want me to do.
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess.
That's one way to put it, but it's more along the lines of you tried to force me to do it, and then she killed me because of that. Otherwise, I would have lived.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
Correct.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
I mean, excuse me. If you were really a professional, I don't think you'd do it just because we said something really mean to you. But whatever. Let's just.
Sure you are.
Yeah.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
No, I'm more upset the fact that you took control of my body and I couldn't do anything about it.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
You see, my character kind of thinks that right now because they forgot, but I know that, that world ended somehow because I don't think it's killing the princess that ends the world. I don't know, more accurate. I don't think it's. So here's my theory. I don't think it's the princess leaving the cabin that ends the world specifically. I think it is us either dying or completing what we need to complete that ends it. For better or for worse. Because the common denominator is no matter what we did, the princess either got free or the world ended regardless of if we killed her or not. Because we killed her before. It took us a while, but we did. And the world still ended. Sure, I didn't do exactly what the narrator said, but the world did still end because we did that. It will end regardless of what we do. I think. That's my theory anyway. Like, that world will end no matter what. That's just my theory. I don't know if that's true or not.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
She left.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
I don't know. I'm not in that world. I died. Remember?
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
That's also accurate.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
Yeah, I'm kind of like still questioning about who these voices in my head are.
You're talking in circles.
Yes.
No, I'm talking in facts.
Let's talk about this
Just
princess.
be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. And all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you.
How? I want to know.
You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for?
I want details, narrator.
Literally anything. Fine.
Oh.
Check your pockets.
You're actually gonna give me proof this time, okay.
Put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front.
You're not making fun of me, are you? Please don't.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting.
Oh my
It
gosh.
reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
Narrator. What?
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting?
I don't even know that is my handwriting. I haven't written anything.
I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side. You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to?
Accurate.
Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Maybe. Who locked her in the basement, and what is this place?
People locked her in that basement.
Who?
And I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this.
I'm not a
but
person.
It's because you're special. You're the only
I read it
person
faster, by the
capable
way.
of doing
That's
this.
why.
Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
I'm talking a lot more, I noticed. I'm getting really invested in this.
Oh, I didn't know we were special.
Hero? I don't know if you're falling for this, but please don't.
Of course you're special.
Oh my
Why else would
gosh.
you be here? Yes, right.
Yeah, we are
We're
special.
here because we're special.
And the fact that we're not human.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
I don't mind that. Just tell
Not
me.
to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
That's all.
Great.
I got
Now, if
nothing.
you
I
don't
can't
mind,
ask
the
anything
whole
else.
world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Alright, let's go talk to her again. I want to free her at the very
A
least.
warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Yeah.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
I agree with you,
Did you
Skeptic.
just say wink out loud?
Yeah, he did.
No,
He
I
does have.
didn't. Wink.
Yeah, well, Skeptic doesn't exactly have a body, so yeah.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Hey, don't be mean. Go inside.
The interior
Ooh,
of the cabin
different.
is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Okay.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Going to see the mirror again.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So cabin's different than
Very
last time.
different. Yes,
Talk
but
about that.
why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
I like the questions you ask, Skeptic. I like that.
Oh, isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Yeah, whatever.
So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
I'm just gonna approach the mirror. Don't need to
Walk
ask
up to
about
the
it.
wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off
Yeah.
that layer of grime.
Just gonna approach it now. Swipe it, and it's gone.
Reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Is Skeptic, you got anything to say about your, hands?
But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Yeah. Alright. I need the blade
The
anyway.
blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Because I'm gonna need it to get out of here.
Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Yep. Alright, let's go into the basement. Ooh, there were torches lining the
Door
walls.
to
That's
the basement
cute.
creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
I don't know, it seems pretty cozy at this time.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Oh?
Is that a visitor I hear?
You!
Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Red Princess!
Does
Yay!
she remember us?
Hopefully. I kinda hope she does.
You walk down
Oh,
the
she has
stairs
more
and
chains
lock
this
eyes
time.
with the princess.
I can't cut
She
her out
looks
this
up at
time.
you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here.
Yeah, that's not gonna be possible this time around. Because we'd have to cut off her head and both her arms.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
What was last time?
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
I know.
That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
I didn't notice it last time. Good catch. I didn't notice that. Or maybe it was. Or maybe it wasn't and they just kind of noticed it without me. I don't know.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
I'm not going to. Sit with her. Let's just sit.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
No, you are different. I like that. Okay, so you are different than you were before.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Fair enough. Okay, yeah.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
I'd put the weapon down, but
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game.
Lovely.
But yeah, I remember.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I didn't want to like retread old ground. It'd be.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true.
It was. I didn't want to retread old ground, you know? It gonna just like. Because then we'd have to talk about things we already talked. It'd just be, you know, longer, you know? We should.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use.
The voice in my head.
This has complicated things.
I mean, the fact that you took control of my body and stripped me of my autonomy? Yeah, very complicated.
It's complicated things. How exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
You know, he might actually be telling the truth, but here's the thing. I don't like it. That's it. Alright.
Contingency for
Kind of wouldn't. I'm gonna go in circles if I keep talking about him right now, anyway.
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else. I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Okay.
Now hold on. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
Yeah.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough, I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic.
Pathetic, but understandable, I suppose. I'm judging each of you based on how you are to me currently. If you're not,
I
you know what I.
never said I wasn't.
Okay. Getting a bit more of an understanding about this narrator now.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
I do get it. I don't think the narrator wants to be judged based on the actions of the narrator, of the alternate narrator, because this narrator clearly doesn't remember that. But You know, I get that, which is why I haven't judged this narrator based on the actions of the other one. But it is something you could do, and I'm now aware of that, so I'm now more skeptical of this narrator. If that makes sense.
He gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. All right?
Are you trying to gain my sympathy?
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
Can I talk to her some more? I mean, I feel like we've just been sitting like, I mean, I agree with Skeptic still, but ignoring that, we've just kind of just been sitting here without saying a word. She just...
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
Mm-hmm.
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you
Just
need
like
to
that.
accept that. I won't.
Mm-hmm.
Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Correct.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Yeah, that's correct. Can I tell her about the voices? Let's see. Let's see. What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Interesting.
And now you're back.
Correct. Oh yeah, I gotta save too. I didn't do this. Gotta make sure. You can never be too careful.
Is that really all she knows?
Maybe.
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
Sorry, the voice of the skeptic is saying that.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
Mm-hmm. The other chain on the wall. Who's it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Be stuck
Maybe it'll
together?
fit.
You want to be stuck together for eternity?
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
I still have the blade. I could cut something. I don't know. What do you mean by that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Your intention.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had
You have
the...
a knife.
No, I didn't. It's right here.
What are you going to do with it? Why are you here?
I kind of just took it just in
There
case.
isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Yeah, that's kind of why I brought it, but now that there's a chain around your neck, which is the
Is she
problem.
forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
Would you survive a beheading?
Right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Can that happen? Can you do that?
Unless she really could survive.
Maybe.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Correct. If your head is in a shackle too?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that
Fair.
knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
Maybe she's gonna break the chains. Maybe she's strong enough for that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Maybe.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario.
I want to inspect that
Bluffing
shackle
so she can
first.
disarm you. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
I never said I was in this for me. If I was,
So,
I wouldn't be here.
What should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
I like that. See, he's not. The voice of the skeptic isn't saying, don't trust her immediately. He's like, look, these are all of the pros and cons. If you do this, this could happen. I'm not saying to do this. I'm not saying not to do it. I'm saying what could happen if you choose this. I'm not saying it will happen. Like I understand that. Gotta make sure you understand your options. I get that.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
I died once already. I'm not afraid of
Doesn't
death.
sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
Liar.
Pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
See, look at this. He's asking the right questions and talking. I like this. I'm gonna inspect this shackle real
Do
quick.
that if I were you.
Let me check this out real
Why
quick.
is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
Yeah.
What if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
Inspecting it anyway.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you
I'm
with
curious
furious
about
interest
this.
as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity.
Because, you'd think, with how quote-unquote dangerous you are, they'd shackle this around one of your legs, baby. I mean, yeah, they could do that. But no, it's laying here. Open. You're there. Curious indeed.
Don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
Oh, you dirt.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
Then don't. You have the choice.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Hey.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can
Oh, it's on my neck.
quickly leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Dang.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism
Oh.
repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Well, I failed.
Excuse me?
What?
Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Hey, sorry. I didn't expect that to happen. I don't know. I didn't think it'd throw the blade away. I thought maybe I'd give her the blade while I'm here, but...
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
Yeah, it kind of is, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect that. You always find new ways to surprise me.
What are we supposed to do now?
Just chill here, I guess. So see if someone else comes along.
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
Maybe.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So, we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Okay. Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
Fair enough.
That's rude.
Hey, do you know this was gonna happen to me? Alright.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
Nah, it's kind of fun. I'm just gonna chill for a bit.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe.
Yeah.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there.
Accurate.
Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
Yeah, at least I got the voices in my head to talk to since she doesn't want to. I'm gonna respect that.
It just does.
But
Your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more
Rude.
time. And after that, even more time passes again.
There's gotta be something.
Let me guess. The cabin remains the same.
if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion
Hey, we'll get out
there,
eventually.
but then they get larger and larger.
How or do we? I guess we don't have to eat. Guess that's a part of our anatomy. Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk. Remember?
Well, yeah, but I thought you made it change your mind after all this time.
Still rude.
Worth a shot. Ooh.
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
Nice.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
We're not human.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Yeah. Because neither of us are human.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass.
What happened to the
And
blade?
pass. And pass.
The blade's gone. Is it covered by dirt? Are we gonna get buried alive?
Until suddenly, there are no walls. And then... And...
I think he's gone.
Cool. Hey.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
Accurate.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Sorry. Oh. It's kind of sad. Wait, no, I'm sad. But you do not get the chance to respond. Nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
she's gone. Where did she go?
No,
Should we try and find her?
no point.
Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's okay, calm down. Just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
It will, but
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay.
I don't...
If you say so.
I like... Don't get me wrong. I may not listen to the hero all the time, but... He's grown on me. He's cute, you know, in like a childish naivety sort of way. And I don't want him to be scared.
Feels too good to be true.
It does, but... That's all we can do. And... They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The decay. I'm withered. Ooh. Guess I rotted. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. To the cabin. Oh! I'm at the cabin. This is new. Hello.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Interesting. Let's save it here too. New person. Look at that. Look at these differences. Like all the different princesses. Guess one of us always hurts the other. Alright, let's see what questions we got. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Perhaps. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Okay. I quite liked her too. I'm kind of sad that that it had to end like that. I wish I could have freed her. I didn't expect to get like locked. I thought the narrator was lying. So I'm sad that I didn't get to free her this time. I'll do it next time. I'll definitely free her. You'll want when we're finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me.
Okay.
I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
You still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Sweet. So you can't be... You still don't have any preferences on how, like, she doesn't right now, but I have a feeling she will eventually.
Tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets.
Dictate is one thing, but do you have
My gift
desires?
to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me.
How many more vessels will need to bring you?
We will know when we near our destination.
Fair enough. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes.
Yeah, because you're an eldritch, lovely being.
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as
Wouldn't
you
it-
can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul. It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse. Nor does it make me care for you any less.
I don't resent you.
Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I'm just sad. Seem like you more. No. No. I guess it does kind of make me like her more. I don't know what that says about me.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here.
'Cause I'm not
when it
planning
is
to kill her
time
right
for
now.
us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Let me see. Yep, I got it. Okay. Bring the prisoner to her. The hero and the princess. Chapter 1 again.
You're
Let's
on
get the
path
second ending this
in the
time.
woods, and at the end of that path
gotta give
is a cabin.
2 endings every time. I think
In the
that's
basement
good.
of that
It's
cabin
pretty cool.
Is
Easy
a
to get.
princess.
What's
You're
next?
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I kind of want to go back to where I was before. Can I? Yeah. And instead of putting the shackle on, I do want to make a different decision, but I do want to see what happens if I give her the knife instead.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, let's get there real quick.
You make your way up the short path to the a warning. Before you go any further,
Uh-huh.
she will lie. She will.
Yeah.
Not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
Yep. Okay. Go back inside. Kind of just going through because this is the same thing I did last
The
time.
interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty. The blade is.
What if I don't? I just enter it. Let's see. Curious.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faint. Her voice soft.
Hello?
Oh, no.
Someone there?
Dang it. Shouldn't have skipped it.
Is hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have
Dang
to
it.
hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
I'm so curious.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Hey, I think I'm here to slay you.
You must have the wrong address.
Maybe I did. Do I?
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise.
She can't
Luck.
hear me. These are wooden stairs, and you just said how bad they are. They creak, my dude. Oh, hi.
Walk down the
You look
stairs
sad.
and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far
Yeah, it
wall
is there.
of the basement.
It is there.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
No idea.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Okay.
Hi. You were joking about coming to kill me, right? Do you think you could get me out of these chains?
The voice in my head told me. New save. Yay. Oh, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Ah, look at that. What's your name?
Oh,
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
you can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
I can. Monarchies are weird. So is your name Princess then? So is Princess your name? I guess it's not.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully, you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
What have you been eating or drinking? I want to ask
I
that.
don't see what that has to do with anything.
I do. It's curious.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess.
Why have neither of us
Hardly
starved?
relevant.
It is.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating?
Do you not have to
She has
eat?
to eat, right?
Are you not human? Water. I was kidding when I said I was sent here to kill you. You're probably gonna end the world.
Is that why they threw me down?
Most likely.
But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Same.
I
Answers
don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Curious indeed.
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
I was kind of hoping you'd tell me that
I don't know
too.
how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I do.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
Got a nice smile. I like each of the crowns they have. They're different and like
At
them.
the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Same answer.
Whoever
Love
sent
you.
you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
See, it's the same thing she said last time, just in a different cadence and way of speaking.
I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
Because I like her.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me.
Again, it's the same thing, worded differently. But it is the same, sentiment. Once again.
This is about how messed up this whole situation is.
And now
my
this
life
is
we're
different.
talking about.
She's, instead of before, what she just says is about blind trust, now it's about how messed up the situation is, and it's her life.
Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
I have no idea.
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Accurate.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
What if I just stayed here a while and just kept company? Maybe then everyone could be happy. Okay. I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Yeah.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Are you sure?
Leaving her
You've been here for a
alive is
while.
too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
Yeah, I was right. I just looked up the definition of monarch. You're still wrong, narrator. She's not a monarch. She's not the sovereign head of the state. She will be, but she's not that yet. Until the king or queen dies, whatever. I don't know what rulings sovereign head of state there is right now, but she's not a queen yet. She's not a king. She's not an emperor. She is a princess.
So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
Probably.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way.
Yay, you're back!
It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You're back! Yay! Welcome back.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Alright, let's get you out of here.
You can't be serious.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret this, I promise.
Hope I don't. I won't.
You're making
I haven't regretted a
huge
single thing
mistake.
that I've ever done. Ever.
No. I think you're doing the right thing.
Don't care.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
No, I need to...
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Mayhaps.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabinet.
Do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
Yeah.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
This is accurate.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Hey narrator, I don't think you know this, but I don't have a blade.
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Narrator, I don't have the blade. Alright, can't leave.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
You locked the door, bud.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Yeah.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, apparently they don't like me trying to free you.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
Sorry.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Save.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
Huh?
It's the blade from upstairs.
Hey, wait,
I'm
you
not
don't have to
sure
do
how
that.
It made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
Accurate.
I won't like what happens if you do that. Fine.
Yay.
Against
I got
your
you.
better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
I got you, don't worry.
You cut into her flesh.
Sorry, let me just...
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Nice.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Still respected.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Cool.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
She's not.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Sure.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes
Dang
are
it, dude. Again?
You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Okay.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Jerk move
Wait,
again.
This isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warren,
Stop that.
get out of the way.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Yeah, I don't want
Your
to.
body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Please don't make me.
But the princess dodges,
Good.
stumbling back against the wall before the
'Cause
blade
she's not
has a
dead
chance
yet.
to connect.
Please stop.
Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade.
Resist.
Move the blade.
I categorically refuse. Say, you never know what could happen.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
Take the blade from me, please. Just end this cycle this
Oh
time.
no, this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Refusing.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Accurate.
For her sake?
Yeah.
Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Irrelevant.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I have a feeling you're making this a lot more painful on purpose, narrator.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
No, she really doesn't.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it?
I'm gonna bleed out, that's horrifying.
It won't be long before you bleed out.
You're covered in blood now.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
It can.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
She's crying. Oh, I'm sorry you had to do that.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. My
Yeah.
doesn't remember what. Yes, he didn't approve
Smitten.
of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Yeah.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Wouldn't anybody?
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
He's funny. I like it. Alright, let's do this
Those are
again.
two very different questions, but let's
So-
say for a moment that this really is the second time. You died last time, which probably only happened. You were the one who did us in, villain.
Yeah.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
This is me. I'm drinking more water.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're... What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and... Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question, if it's the latter, what do you think the people there lived happily ever after? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Let's
Just
talk
be
about
quick
the
about it.
princess. Let's do that.
Just can. Believe me, maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
I know it's gonna be
Sure,
different.
it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is. People locked her in that. Look. Oh, of course. Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world. I've told you everything you need to know. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all.
Okay, yeah.
Right. Now, if you don't mind.
I'm going with them. I'm gonna find a way to save
That's
her.
right, you can't stop all of us.
Yeah, there are 3 of us.
We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to
Yeah, they're
align
fun.
yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Let's go.
A warning. She will lie. She will cheat.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Okay, what's this by? That's Otta.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Into the cabin. Well, since I already didn't get the other princess.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant. Its
I'm not
stone
taking the blade
walls
again.
draped in fine threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's see if this
Very
man has anything.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally... So focus up.
Mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. What are you talking about? This is... You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. But there was a mirror a second.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
What are we? Let's just go to the basement. I already didn't take the blade last time. Might as well do it
The
again.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
This is new. Charming.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I don't
A
know.
soft voice carries up the stairs.
Yay.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's me again.
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Accurate.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding
Oh,
her
so
to
she's
the
not as
floor.
chained up as the other. Okay.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Who knows, man? Maybe.
Your
Maybe not.
spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Yeah.
And she called us a hero.
Okay. She's clearly gotten you
Actually, really
both.
goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Not me, but I like her anyway.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yeah, she stabbed us a bunch of
That's
times.
right, villain. And you killed us.
Accurate.
Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before.
Accurate. Indeed.
So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but
Oh, you're far from the first.
what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Yay.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue?
Oh, now you're listening to the narrator. Let's see. After you kill me back there?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us
Maybe.
happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, it's not. She asked if it would make us happy if she did. She didn't say she did. I have no feelings. I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all.
I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a misanthrope.
I want to see what she says to that.
Lucky for you, I did destroy the world. I destroyed all of it and made it awful for everyone.
What if I said I didn't want it destroyed?
Point out that she just admitted to obliterating the entire world, but I guess that wouldn't actually move you.
It wouldn't. You're
Oh,
such
it
a
moves
sweetie.
me. Whatever we do next, we should do our best to not let her out.
Yeah, what if I said the
But have
opposite?
you seen her angelic face? She should get a pass. She just wanted to make us happy.
Accurate.
By destroying the world.
Apparently, yes.
Apparently. Let's see. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay. The narrator you sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
He's talking to me again.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Oh, thank you. I just really needed to hear that today. No, I'm not crying. It's fine.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
The voice is in my head.
Because she's perfect.
I didn't think I'd be agreeing with the voice of the smitten. I'm not even smitten with her. I just like her. She's fun.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
I don't know. Let's ask.
Doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
If you did, I think you know. Why'd you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Yeah, I was asking why you did it though.
We
I don't know.
warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
I mean, I don't know if that's true, but
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Okay.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the
You
chains.
could try.
Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
No.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted.
I'm gonna go with the
Go
blade.
ahead and slay her.
Rescue. The only choice you get is rescue.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Yeah.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Oh. Oh, that's not fun.
Wouldn't.
I would.
I do think he would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
I can,
Approach
okay.
the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Yay.
Believe it. But I guess I have to.
Yeah. Let me save again. She looks sad there. She's happy now.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The princess jumps
Yay!
up and smothers you in a deep embrace. Ugh.
It's happy.
Only you had a weapon. One slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved.
I don't like stabbing people in the back. If I was gonna kill her, I'd do it right through the chest. Like, I don't know, where her heart
Luckily for
is.
Mr. Romance,
Like
we
right
don't
through
have a
her,
weapon.
like right through her rib cage. That's where I'd do it. So, but I'd push her off and then let her see it happen. Like I wouldn't let her free. You know, I wouldn't give her any false hope. That's just cruel.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Yeah.
What do we do now?
I don't know. Wanna leave? What do you want to
Let
do?
me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I've doubted a lot of things.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Let's just keep going. I don't want you to tell me what you
I
want.
just want to make you happy.
Let's go back and forth.
She can't just want to make us happy.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Is that a button? Press. But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Hey!
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
I think she's breaking.
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
What if we just... and we just figure out a way to be happy together.
Oh, is that really what you want? If you think that would make you happy, then...
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
Oh.
I guess we could do that.
Oh, at least she's normal again.
Fixed it.
Normal again. Can't you tell she's sad? She's distraught. This is unacceptable.
Yeah, I don't plan
She
to.
can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she?
Oh.
No, it has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things, if we just showed her the contents of our heart, she'd be happy here.
I don't like that.
As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest.
No!
Then...
Don't!
What? No, you absolutely do not.
Oh, I should have just left. Oh, I should have left.
Oh, but I do.
No, no.
What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know?
Don't.
I suppose I can't stall forever. You plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find...
Oh no! What are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider.
Yeah, I am. What the heck, dude?
And yet, it's done, isn't it?
Why?
Soon, you yank violently, your bones cracking with wet
Why?
pulse as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch.
Oh my gosh.
Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest.
Okay, so the
loose
spin's a jerk too.
Threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room.
Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
Oh. I see. You're trying to tell me something.
One of the voices in my head is being.
Beautiful.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then everything goes dark and we die.
Okay. Happily ever after. An epilogue. This is new.
You're
Whoa.
on a path in the woods. Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin. Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet.
Yeah.
I've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop-in last time. Not that he was eager to divulge that.
Sup, paranoid?
Right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome!
Me and Hero, we're getting along now.
Can't say I'm happy to be here. This is a bad place. All stale and wrong. Can't you feel it?
No. Let me save real quick too. Save.
Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes?
Mm-hmm.
We know that you
Who's
keep
this?
telling us that, but we've never seen a world end. As far as I'm concerned, that whole conversation is just noise. And I'm stuck on a better question. Where's the other one?
Smitten?
The other one? Yeah, a certain lovesick fool has been suspiciously quiet. One might
Did he-
even say absent.
Did he cut himself out of us?
Oh, you're right. It's a little quiet here. Isn't
No, that's not true.
it? Maybe that's one of the rules.
I keep reading
Maybe
ahead.
only one bonus voice is allowed to be here at a time.
It's not true. There's been more than one before.
Bonus voice? I'm just as important as you are. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is that it's my third time here and it's your first. You're not unwelcome, but from my perspective, you're definitely bonus. I'm going to describe the room now.
Okay.
The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicoloured glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty.
I have a feeling if I just kept asking her questions, she would have completely come undone before, wouldn't she?
Before you, there isn't a blade, is there? That's not good.
Nope. And then before that, she used it to kill it. So, doesn't matter. We didn't use it
I
last
see
time.
your point, but it's still an option that's been taken away from us. I don't like losing options.
I agree with that.
Yes, and it's an
Even if I
important
wouldn't
one.
use
It's your
it.
implement. You're going to need it if you want to do this right. And the fact that you're here, right now, again, means that you have not yet done this right. But it's not there, is it? We don't even get the choice. So, what are we supposed to do? I don't actually know. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere. It has to. It's part of the whole structure of this place, I think. At the very least, it's important.
Did the Smitten trap her here? Oh, that's messed up, man. I'm just gonna approach it. No use
Across the
talking about
room,
it.
stopping just in front of the door to the basement. The handle is right there. Do feel free to give it a push as soon as you'd like. You couldn't see it last time. I'm sure that hasn't changed. Let's just do our thing, and if it disappears again, it disappears again.
Yep.
About last time. Could he really not see it, or could he not see it? I'm not sure that actually matters.
Neither do I.
See what? What are you all on about? Nothing.
Forward.
You reach forward, your hand instinctively
Yep.
wrapping around the handle.
It's gone again.
Figures. And then you push the door
He's so
open.
tired.
Marvelous. We can proceed. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a
They
basement
go
at
up
all.
now.
Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, that doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm. Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess. No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature. Am I the only one who remembers how much she changed last time? Does she even have a nature?
Not sure.
That is precisely why she poses a threat. I don't know, she got weird for a second, yeah, but she didn't change that. We have to move on. This is a wildly dangerous line of reasoning. No, you can't just say that and not... Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets.
I thought before, after I said that, I could have gotten like the choice to either really wait and stay there with her or leave. I didn't think the Smitten would tear us apart.
Why are you
What?
so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice.
Why?
That is
I don't like
the
this.
problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay? And don't eat the food.
I don't plan on it. Or maybe I do. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
This hall, like the one below, is grand and beautiful. Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the center of the room, the princess seated at its far end. Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy. Isn't that suspiciously easy? There has to be a twist. There has to be something waiting for us. You saw what happened to her last time. She's not what she seems.
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Dang.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
What is this place?
It's our happy ending, just like you asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
But you don't want it, do you? This isn't what you want. I can tell. What are we supposed to do now?
Oh, right, dinner. I'd totally forgotten about it.
Flames burn bright and a shadow dives across the table. In its wake it leaves a feast.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
I'm not, actually.
Remember what I said. Oh, but it looks so amazing, and after everything we've been through, we could really use a break. Are you sure we need to be so concerned?
Yeah, see, that is what's concerning me.
I'm not sure about anything, and that's the problem. For what it's worth, I generally don't think one should trust strange food that magically appears on a table. But nothing here is exactly what I expected it to be, so make of that what you will.
Well, I don't want to refuse her hospitality, so I'm just gonna eat.
You begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading. The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue.
Curse my refusal to just I don't want to refuse her hospitality. I think it'd be rude.
You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels. This really is perfect, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
It is the best meal you've ever had. But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
The shadow washes across the table, clearing and replating. The feast is once again laid before you. The food is
I don't
good.
get a choice.
Again, you tear into golden crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick-crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already. And then it's over. And you're just as hungry as when you began.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new.
Let me make a choice, please.
So you do it again. The meat is fine, the bread is fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine too. You finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. So we had a mediocre meal. It's not a big deal. That's the trap. It wasn't mediocre at first. It's trending down. We're just getting a little sick of it. So what? We just have to try something new. I'm sure we won't be stuck eating the same meal forever. Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
I don't like this.
Again, the shadow replaces your feast. Again.
Please, she's getting sad.
The meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing. I'm so tired of eating.
How's that? Why she's tired
At least
too?
you still have the memory of how good it was the first time, right?
I'm so tired of this.
So am I.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
A light went out. Maybe a coincidence, but maybe not. As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
I think you just said something you wanted to say.
But it was wrong. I took away a piece of our light. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't want him to be upset with me.
The smitten. You said he. Who is he?
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
It all makes sense now. It's him, isn't it? He's making all this happen. He's the one who trapped us here.
I think
The lovesick one, the one from last time. He's not gone. He's just with her now. He's the shadow.
yeah. Let me check something real quick. I want to see how long I've been doing this. I might. Let's check real quick. Like, almost 2 hours. So, I can do this. Hey, Smitten, you were real chatty last time. Did you got something to say?
Smitten?
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response. No, I saw him smile. That's him.
Yeah.
Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
No. I can talk to him. I just can't interact with
He
him.
says his words are just for me. But he wants me to ask. Isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to do?
I wanted you to be free. No.
He says he's tired. And I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say.
Excuse me?
But as you attempt to get up, the torches flare and shadowed hands pin your wrists to the arms of your too comfortable seat. There will be no getting up. There will be no attempts to slay her. At least not for now.
Can't get up. Something's holding me down.
The princess smiles nervously.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. That's just how it works here. We don't have to go anywhere anymore. We have everything we need. He just wants us to be happy.
Because it doesn't feel like it. It feels like...
Like we've been given everything someone else has told us we wanted. But it isn't what we want.
Yes, exactly.
As the
Another
words
light
leave the
out.
princess's mouth, another torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
I'm going to help her no matter what it takes.
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
You're scaring her, dude.
This is awful.
It is.
I think we all know that we're not happy. We just have to admit it to ourselves.
Are you actually happy here?
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes. Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
This is so sad, man. We need the truth. You need to tell me how you really feel.
I don't feel anything.
The
Really?
third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
I don't know. Let's see. Don't worry about what's gonna happen. If you could do anything in the world, what would it be? What would you choose?
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
That sounds lovely.
It does.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
It's good that you
The
admit it.
princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
I'm sorry. I feel like this is all my fault.
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
your fault. We were all just trying to make things work here. It just didn't happen that way. I don't think this is the sort of thing anybody needs to apologize for. Even if we both feel empty. Even if an important part of us is gone.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
I don't know if I ever am, but to figure out how I feel, I just want to leave. But maybe I can now.
That's...
I don't know if I did before. I don't... Because that wasn't love. Love isn't forcing someone to do that. That was infatuation. It was obsession. Not love. So I don't think I did.
I think this place was bad for us. It was keeping us... small. I think it's time for us to go.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold and a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt. You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world?
It does. If he's telling the truth.
Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
Okay, the narrator's... I've come around to the narrator now. That... Oh, I feel...
Really was just
tearing
a
up a
more
little bit.
meaningless blather then, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Think what you will. I'm done fighting. You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance. And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do. He's really gone, isn't he? Yeah. There's an itching in the back of my head that feels like it's finally been scratched. No more shadowy figures yanking at our strings. No more strings. I guess we're free.
The stars are so beautiful.
A quiet moment passes over you. A comfortable quiet.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
She gently pulls you forward, and the two of you fall into a graceful step. The only rhythm that guides you is the shared thumping of your hearts, beating in perfect unison. That is... Her face, worn and tired, brightens the faster you move. A soft, sad smile widening and widening until it reflects only genuine affection. This isn't what I expected to do during this. But it's amazing. You send her out on a wide spin. Your arms stretched to their limits. Only that tenuous grasp of your hand in hers, holding you together. You share a gaze that feels like it lasts forever.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
It's cold, but it's real. This was happier. I liked it. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Nope.
Is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I'm going to comfort him again.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is calling us. And not in a good way.
It's going to be okay.
If you say so. We'll trust you. Can we trust you?
Yep. I approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The remains you've unraveled. Interesting. Going quiet once again. To the cabin. I am at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
How many save slots do I get? A lot. I got a quick save somehow. There, I'm gonna do that too, because I like that too. I don't know what I'm gonna use for a thumbnail. It's one of these two.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
At least there's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least they're supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
You're right. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
I understand that. At least. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself.
I'm glad. I'm really happy about that, actually. You know what's gonna happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Fair. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator. And he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Maybe. And you and I are finally gonna have answers. I want answers. I don't know what I'll do, but I want answers that I know for sure.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
You're right, but I want to know still. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
One more? Is there anything you'd like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
This is the last stage before your completion. I'm just gonna stay here. Let me save it once more. Wait. Are these different? I don't know. Yeah, they're different. I could always just delete one later.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. Oh, this was great though. I loved it, truly. Oh, can't wait to see what I do next. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do. Up to you. Bye-bye.